lessons overlapping. The devil's starting an attack on weapons. Can't destroy. Thursday, I could never go back to.
I got my favorite rapper on the song.
That's the beginning. I picture walking in into a police lineup, all of us. Walking in, stand sideways, and then you hear the voice say face left, and then that starts.
Gotcha.
Right? And then I'm saying whatever I'm saying, and then his verse starts, and he starts.
What's poppin'? We are here. Check it out. You're gonna see the behind the scenes, the making of Never Going Back, man. My name is Marcus Sullivan. Most of you know me from your radio airwaves as Marcus in the Morning. Had the hit song last year, Shift the Culture. So this time around, I wanted to do so many different things that I didn't get a chance to do on the Shift the Culture record with this Never Going Back record. The whole concept was a crossover mass appeal of a Christian hip hop record. I want pop people, I want hip hop people, I want R&B people, and I want the church people to all feel this whole concept. It's a very warm record about never going back to whatever your struggles are. We all got them, we all got demons. So that was the whole concept of this record. This time around there will be a music video. You're getting ready to see the making of it just right after this. Us live in the studio actually creating this song. Alright, use the hashtag never going back on everything. I'm on social media at Marcus Sullivan Live, at Marcus Sullivan Live. You can also see me on TMZ. You can also hear me on your radio airways. So sit back, relax, enjoy the making. Never going back.
You can still move it even if it didn't. You can say that one a little bit more aggressive. That's why we ain't never going back.
Okay.
You're right. You had that right.
Did I say it right or say it right?
You can say it right. Tell me you want to say that one again.
Say the last
More
one
aggressive.
again.
That's why we ain't never going back.
Aggressive with, okay.
No more addiction, fear. You've gone too far to go back now. Nah. No more procrastination. Those toxic relationships. Oh yeah, them soul times real. That's why we ain't never going back.
I can never go back again. He set me free, now life I'm living. So I'm never going back again. I don't wanna go back, I won't go back again. No, I'm never going back again.
It's about to go down, yeah. Big Kingdom business, shout out God, always. Red ties like mob ties, roots in the back of that high rise. Ooh, don't do me like that. Yeah. First class, the hell's head was all in. Big tall glass of Seagram gin mixed with no. Perfect combination for the demons in my skin. Almost had bedtime for the crime caught with the evidence. Homie in the back handcuff while we game plan. Time passed, detectives questioning me and my friends. More time passed until you get turned again. What up, Houston? It's your boy 3 the Soul Trappa, formerly known as Mr. Robin. It's always gravy, baby. What's that?
I always tell people, man, you are one of my favorite rappers. But can you go back and just tell our initial connection?
For sure. So I had this song, right? I had this single called Worship featuring my boy J1. And now I remember you reached out to me and just hit me up on the gram. The video was actually posted. I posted the video and the video started just flowing all around Instagram. So like you hit me up, Chris Chicago hit me, was like, man, send me the song. So I definitely shot you the song. And before I knew it, I was on the radio. we chopped it up. I'm at work actually. All this happened, I'm at work. Driving, delivering packages, and you hit me up like, man, I'm going to get you on the morning show. Yeah. So ever since then, we've been rocking out. It's an honor to have you as a support and friendship, man.
And how long have you been doing like Kingdom music, bro?
I'm gonna go with about the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019.
Yeah, and then, man, so we got this new song, Never Going Back. We reached back out to you, got you on it. You hit me back instantly with your verse. And bro, break down your verse, man. What is the concept of your verse?
So when I think about the concept of the song, actually just never going back. And as far as you telling me like, you know, the concept and this is what we want, immediately it's very relatable, especially for us as being believers, is because it's like we know we can't go back. We never can go back. And there's also a why would I want to go back? You know, man, we didn't come from drug addictions, poverty, gang activities. So initially, when you sent me the track, I was telling my wife, like, literally, I woke up in the morning. I'm gonna paint you the whole picture. I woke up in the morning, looked at my phone, and I seen the text. And I'm like, dang, this crazy. So I woke up, I get up, I walk in my living room, I play the beat. The beat just crazy. All I hear is like Alicia Keys, Jay-Z, old type of. I'm like, yeah, I could dig it. But I told my wife, I'm like, man, I wanna wait. Like I can't even write nothing right now. Like I couldn't, as much as I tried, I couldn't write nothing. So time passed, and literally, me and my wife was expecting. We was expecting to have a child. Ended up going to the hospital. Unfortunately, our baby girl didn't make it. So it was at that moment where literally sitting next to the hospital side of her, I just began to play the beat and words just start coming, and that's literally what happened. So
are any of the lyrics related to that?
Yeah, so the ending where I tell him currently hospital side of wifey, literally next to her meditating on Job, because I really was in my word. That's something. Anytime we lose anybody, it's easy to question God. It's easy to be like, man, why you did this? Why you? But then I had to think back, like, okay, Job lost everything. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do what I know to do, and to go in the Word and seek Him and try to get some peace about it. A peace that surpasses all understanding. And luckily, I was able to gain that. And also in gaining that, I was able to gain this verse, and able to relate it to able to relate it to never going back. Because when things like that happen, it's easy to go back to. I could have left the hospital. I could have went grabbed me a blunt. I could have went grabbed me a drink. But instead, I'm literally in the midst of it all. That's what I'm doing. I'm seeking God, trying to find some peace about it. So yeah, that's in the verse.
Tell me your social media so they can find you.
Everywhere, Soul Trappa 3, at Soul Trappa 3.
All right, and you got any new music coming out after this?
So yeah, I just dropped my project formerly known as Rodman. All my old music, I dropped it out, 15 tracks, titled By Any Means, a lot of bangers on there. But I really was just getting that out the way so I could get to my first Soul Trappa Volume 1 project. Stay tuned, that's coming November 11th. And after that, who knows, I might drop something in January, I don't know. It's a lot of music. So. Man, that's crazy, yo. Thank you, King Jesus. Thank you, Lord God. It came too far to turn back now. First class, the hell's hit was all in. Big tall glass.
Can't go back, won't go back, can't go. Never going back, never going back again. Go back, won't go back. Never going back, never going back.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jessica Williams.
And our relationship, I've always said I love your voice, but tell people how we know each other.
Marcus and I know each other from Harvest Point Church here in Houston, Texas, well, in Pearland. So, met my boy Marcus singing at the church. He's asked me to do a few things for him, so I'm happy to be here to do this for him today.
Yeah, I think the first time we actually worked together was on a national. Did we do the national anthem?
You asked me to sing the national anthem at this run, and I was like, man, Marcus, I ain't doing it. But you was like, do it, and I was like, okay, and I did it.
So when I first sent you, when I first sent you the Never Going Back track and everything, your initial reaction when you heard the track
was this? I think I will say that gospel, gospel rap, I wasn't really familiar with the genre, but hearing it and hearing how close it is to today's hip hop, to today's rap, it's such a familiar sound, and I think that basis, like that beat, that synth, those drums, those whatever, the things that make hip hop, the things that make rap music, it's so familiar to the ear. But when you take that and then you put the word, you insert the word, and you thread it through those beats, and it's shining through that, all of that, it makes you want to know what's going on. I want to know what they're saying, because I like what the beat sounds like.
And you are on the hook and on the bridge. What'd you feel like you brought to life when you was doing that hook? What was your concept? Because I feel like you brought a lot of soul to it.
I try, yeah, a little bit of soul. I guess I can't help that, can't help the soul that comes out. But I wanted to make it like a declaration, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going back. I didn't want to just say things softly. I wanted there to be some meaning behind it, and I hope that that's what I contributed.
for people that love the hook, love the bridge, you teach music, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I teach music. I have a business called Sweet Justice Studios, teaching piano and voice here in Houston very quickly, and we're looking to expand. So you can check me out at Sweet Justice Studios. I'm around. I'm on your internet.
All right, I was gonna say, you got websites or any numbers or any social media you want to give out?
Yeah, absolutely. www.sweetjusticestudios.com. You can find me there, my Instagram and social media and all that stuff. I will say I'm not that good with social media, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So check me out at Sweet Justice Studios. My name is Jessica Williams.
Back in the tomb. No, he is risen. Lazarus is resurrection to death. Easy decision, isn't it? I was surrounded by the hands of Satan. Through chains breaking, by grace my soul was emancipated. Punch them last fall.
My God. Yeah, man. Introduce yourself.
B Squad Music.
Man, a little bit about you for people that might not know you.
So, man, it's a Christian hip hop artist out of Houston, Texas, and just putting on for the kingdom out here in the city of Houston, Texas.
I always tell people I fell in love with your music, and why I wanted you on this record is right after I dropped the Shift to Culture record, I heard the record Mission. And to me, that was actually the song of the summer. It was bigger than my record. But I absolutely love that. How long have you been doing music for the kingdom?
Man, for the kingdom, I would say strong, man, passionately for like the last 5 years, going strong now.
And do you remember our initial introduction?
Yeah, I want to say it was the Shift to Culture event that you hosted, and I was one of the performing artists, and the album that I was actually promoting at that time was an album titled 7, and it was to commemorate 7 years of marriage because it was my 7-year anniversary, and there were 7 songs on that project.
Yeah.
That was the first time we met, and you came up to me after the set, man, and was just like, yo.
For a lot of people that don't know, this Never Going Back record started before the process of y'all even seeing this. Whatever you remember, I won't even say the early days, but the very beginnings of coming up with this Never Going Back. Tell them the interactions that we was having on a daily basis.
Man, really communicating the whole point of bringing the emphasis on never going back to where God brought you from. We've all been restored. We've all been redeemed. So it's like once you've been freed from something, you would never go back to it. So the emphasis Marcus kept on telling me was like, bruh, if you used to be a slave shackled in chains and you were freed, you wouldn't go back to that. If you were in an abusive relationship, every single day, and somebody came and set you free, you wouldn't go back to that same abusive relationship. Once you've tasted God, that was the biggest emphasis. So the goal was for everybody to kind of play on the never go back.
Man, and your verse on this record, break down your verse.
So one of the big reasons I wrote my verse the way I did was because even when you think about a testimony, a lot of times if you're sitting in a circle, you're going to hear a bunch of different testimonies. Some people may have come from, they used to be murderers, killers in the streets. Some people used to move packs of drugs. Me, when I always gave my testimony, I was never that guy. I never had that fascinating story. I was just one of them people kind of like in the New Testament. When they heard the word of Jesus, they believed and they immediately moved on. So that's where I wanted my verse to kind of come from. So for all believers, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be familiar with some of the concepts that I'm talking about on there. And even for some of the non-believers, they're going to kind of pick up on some of the things he said. Like, yo, I kind of vaguely know what he talks about, but it's still that never go back. Like once you tasted God and you believe it and you have a complete 360, you're not going back to them old ways.
All right, B Squad at B Squad Music. That's your social media, right?
That's the social media. So on everything, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at V Squad Music.
All right. Any music coming out?
Yes, Kingdom Talk Volume 2 is on the way. Volume 1 is out right now. That's where you can hear Mission, Pray Then Go Hard. You can hear all those songs. Volume 2 is done. It's ready to go, and it should be out within the next month. Picture Moses going back to Egypt. After parting the Red Sea, I can't see it. Picture Jesus crawling back in the tomb. No, he is risen. Lazarus is resurrection of death. Easy decision, isn't it? Let me redo that one more time. Picture Moses going back to Egypt. After parting the Red Sea, I can't see it. Picture Jesus crawling back in the tomb. No, he is risen. Lazarus is resurrection of death. Easy decision, isn't it? Listen. One more time, because I know y'all said not to say to listen. One more time.
You ever reach that certain point in life where you feel like you've come too far to ever go back? You think a butterfly ever wants to become a caterpillar again? Once it leaves that cocoon, the sky's the limit.
You came too far to turn back now. Let's get it. first class, the hell's here was all in. Big tall glass of Seagum gin mixed with no fear. Perfect combination for the demons in my skin. Almost had bedtime for the crime code with the evidence. Homie in the back, handcuff while we game plan. Time passed, detectives questioning me and my friends. More time passed and city gas turned to gangland. Swiss slang, potent jiggers, lot of promethazine. Red ties like mob ties, roots in the back of that high rise. Exit Louisa, gumbo in the freezer. I debo a demon with the word of God and punches from Jesus. I'm never going back, can't trade sacrifice for obedience. Currently, hospital side of wifey looking at Joe, meditating for revelation. Moments later, chest breaking. Never had him take away your baby, not daddy baby, but no mistaking. I ain't breaking, oh my God won't forsake me. Never going back.